one, number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top two, but not number two. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in, cleaned up without a broom. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Straight in, more pain, so more gaining. Yeah, I came in, guns blazing, at raving. You get weighed in, been training, sick of waiting. Some failing, not plain sailing, entertaining. Check the ratings, let me out. I don't wanna be caged in. Yeah, I'm ready. Who's next up? Pay attention now, yeah, you're best up. I like to warm up like a few jabs, and then I hit hard like a left hook. My style's unique, not textbook. Step to me, you get yourself messed up.
Welcome to the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for our tale of the... First up, we have One Bomb from the United States of America. Up against them, Sweet from the United States of America.
Look at this. These fighters are so...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here at this venue. It's going to be something special.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Nice defense on that hook. Nice counter shot. Good defense on that left hook. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your corner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Do you believe what we are seeing? Good counter punching. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. That counter shot lands. Catch and shoot. Those counter punches have to hurt. Quick punch scores. Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
Sluggers are an absolute nightmare. They will stay in your face, not give you a breather, not step back when you think, all right, let's have a breather. They want to get stuck right in.
Punch, counter punch. You'd like to see more jabs. The perfect counter lands. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about a... And there's the bell for round 2. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. Nice counter. A big whiff with the right hook. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Well done with that counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Beautiful counter punch. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice exchange here from both men. A lot of people love watching fighters in this weight class because they've got the speed and they've got the power. Neither fighter willing to slow down. We wanted action, and they are delivering. He threw a punch and just got countered. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. That left hook missed. There's a counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter.
There's the bell for round 3. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Good defense on the right uppercut. That counter punch caught him clean. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Nice counter punch right up the middle. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
This may do it! It's all coming to an end! And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up, they've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. A perfect counter shot. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweet.
There's the bell to start round 4. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good counter punch. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Looks like he's going to try and bait his opponent here. This is with the straight left. They have no respect for each other's punching power. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable at middleweight.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both men step back for just a moment. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Come on, you let him back into the fight.
Time for the 5th round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Only catching air with that hook. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. His stamina is off the charts. How about that time counter shot? And you can see here on the replay, a perfect body shot, and he dropped like a loose suit.
You're right, Todd.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or is it a bit of a mousetrap?
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts. And you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Well, this fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here, or this fight is going to be over.
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
Be smart when you go out there. Just take the...
Let's start the 6. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
As we watch it again one more time, appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come to me.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Beautiful counter shot. Oh, that punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get counters. And Sweet has been dropped. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
He's got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to par you. Walk around the ring. He's just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
Caution being thrown to the wind. No rest for the weary. Perfect punch. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. A lot of work needs to be done in this corner. 2 knockdowns in the last round.
There's always a way back. Don't ever run it.
And there's the bell for round 7. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
As we enter the final frame, everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He will continue.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Need to turn this around halfway through.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's time for them doing their job. But get through the round, regroup, like freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
And he scores with the counter. Do you believe this? The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? That hook's blocked. Let's see that again.
I need to see that again.
Many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
A knockout victory? That is God. Did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.